Greetings, I'm Chappers.
And I'm the captain.
As you may have come to customarily expect from the Andertons.co.uk wonderful videos coming to you almost bi-daily.
Bi-daily?
Yes.
Bi-daily?
We've got Rickenbackers.
We have. We've never done a Rickenbacker video.
I've never played a Rickenbacker.
And I thought that was kind of be half the fun of doing the videos. I've always thought that Rickenbackers are one of those kind of absolute classic designs of the electric guitar kind of history. Very unique, beautiful looking guitars, a rich heritage of players over the years, and yet still seem to sit in a very niche kind of category, don't they, of sort of tone and players.
Well, yeah, because we sat down to do the review and then we both went, who plays Rickenbackers? The Beatles? And then it was a sort of a thought process that went by.
Yeah, so I guess, Beatles will be the famous ones or the super famous ones. Let me think of some other ones. Paul Weller, Tom Petty, Pretenders.
Yeah. A lot of old artists.
Yeah.
Very good old artists. But I was interested to find out who uses Rickies now. So if you know a band or a project or an artist that uses Rickenbackers now, please comment in the comment section below.
So there's dozens of guitars in the Rickenbacker range. I've picked out what I think are the two sort of most famous six-string models. Of course, a lot of Rickenbacker fans will point to the 4003 bass as probably potentially Rickenbacker's sort of most widely used guitar. You've seen the guy from the Jam that had the 4003 bass, great sounding, really iconic looking guitar. But so this is the 330. And Rob has the 360, which is really just a deluxe version of the 330.
Change guitars so that I can show that second camera that wonderful guitar.
Okay.
Here you go, second camera.
Now these are essentially hollow body guitars, so they're unlike the.
Hello.
So it's not a true sort of hollow body like a Casino or something would be. It does use the sort of the sustain block down the middle like a 335 would. All made of maple.
I didn't know that either.
Quite a light and bright guitar.
That's weird because I thought maple was a really heavy wood.
No.
So I guess by virtue of being hollowed, it makes it lighter, or.
Yeah, I mean it's just light and bright, isn't it? I guess maple. Originally, these had some quite low output pickups in them, but allegedly, round about the time that sort of Pete Townsend was using them in The Who, they changed to a pickup that would drive the amp a bit more. So these are kind of at the time probably would have been appropriately named high gain, Rickenbacker high gain pickups, but I'm not entirely sure nowadays that you would,
Right, because they look like P90s.
No, they're humbucking pickups, but they are called. They're called high gain, Rickenbacker high gain pickups, but okay. I think that would be nowadays you'd probably not associate the words high gain with this guitar.
Or would you?
25.5-inch scale length, quite a odd feel to them. I don't know if it's it's a very narrow fretboard, and it has this the board itself. If you look, is kind of much higher. It's about 3/4 of an inch off of the body. So it kind of feels just a bit odd, doesn't it?
I've got a question for you, Lee, because like I said, I've never played a Ricky before. I have no idea about these. What's this cover for here?
I've no idea, to be honest with you, why they would. I mean, it's a removable cover, so if you want to be able to sort of palm mute, I wonder if it's almost like a reverse of that to almost prevent you, so you can rest your wrist here and not palm mute.
Do you know what? I think you're right, and that's an interesting idea, actually, isn't it?
So
I guess that you're right. It's there to just rest your palm on.
Yeah. You've got the classic, beautiful R sort of tailpiece here, the sort of floating
Rob.
tailpiece. R for Rob, absolutely.
Yes.
Now, tonally, control-wise, both guitars have the same set of controls. They're upside down and back to front to a Les Paul. So the two bottom ones here control the volumes, the top ones control the tone, and then you've got this slightly difficult
like an overall
to explain,
tone control, isn't it?
But and it works back to front. So the more you roll it off, the brighter the guitar becomes.
Shall I show them that?
Yes.
So. Definite increase in volume as well.
Yeah. So it's like a sort of a power sort of control, isn't it? But in reverse. So the more it's, or you know what, it's like a dog leash, isn't it? So like the more you turn it up, the more you've kind of restrained your dog, and then the more you turn it off.
I like the little secret Millennium Falcon hideaway pouch you get here.
Yeah, that's where all the artists in the sort of 60s and the 70s would hide their drugs underneath.
Yeah.
It's a very important feature on
Or
Rickenbacker
very small
guitars.
sandwiches.
Or very small sandwiches, yeah. Just slices of ham they would just have underneath there, just in case they got hungry mid-gig.
Slices of ham.
So...
Well, give us the tones then, Captain.
Yeah, so look, let's swap back here.
All right then.
Now, the other thing that you were hearing, actually, or if you haven't heard it yet, will hear, the playing that...
Sorry, I've just noticed that the fretboards are gloss finished.
Yes, gloss finish.
That's the first time I've seen that in years.
Chunky old piece of rosewood, this one as well. Look, I mean, if you look on a Strat, the rosewood board is usually like 1 millimetre thick or something. On this,
Yeah, that
it's
is
about
thick.
3 or 4 millimetres thick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of relatively skinny frets. Not a guitar that I think either of us finding terribly comfortable for sort of lead stuff. It's a definite sort of, you know, chordy thing. What do you think, Rob? Or maybe it is the ultimate shred guitar.
Yes.
So yeah, let's listen to some tones. I'm playing through a Fender Deluxe Reverb here. The tremolo that you hear, or the vibrato that you hear periodically, is built into the amp. Rob's playing through the newly modified Victory V10.
I'm playing through both of them.
That's sorry, I apologise. You're
That's
right.
fine. No, it's fine. But basically, the clips of me you'll hear playing, I'm using both of them through a feature that Lee will now explain.
Yes, I think is it called Rickomatic? It says on the thing. Is it Rickomatic?
It's
or something?
called Hole 2, Rick O Sound.
Rico Sound, that's right. And essentially, for some reason, on the deluxe version, so the 360 as opposed to the 330, somebody at Rickenbacker thought it would be cool to enable you to play the bridge pickup through one amplifier and the neck pickup through a different one.
That right.
Which, of course, it is cool.
Very cool.
You get there's no stereo effect per se, other than the fact that, you know, kind of you sort of science buffs out there will know that clearly the string vibrating over the neck pickup is vibrating at a marginally different kind of speed and style. If
Well,
you
it's
like,
a really
than it is over
cool,
the
quick way of
bridge
just
one.
getting a different kind of sound,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but
You
it
need
does
one of
sound
these,
great.
though.
Yes, you do.
This
You
is
need
a stereo
You need
cable.
a stereo at one end to two monos at the other end.
Yeah, very, very easy to find. Where'd you find them?
Andertons or any good music shop.
Stereo cable, and then you've got a great sound.
It does sound
More
awesome.
guitar companies should do that.
You think so?
I think it's cool.
I think it's a kind of like, you know, if you think about stereo pedals nowadays and things that just sort of do that kind of more simplistically. But anyway, it sounded great. Sound of the 60s. So let's take you through the tones. The pickups on each guitar are the same, so don't expect a sort of a gigantically different sound, although inevitably I expect they'll sound a bit different. So here's my my neck pickup. I can roll the, let me get my head around this. So this is the volume for that pickup, the tone for that pickup. And we've got this sort of extra tone control, as I said, which works across the whole thing. So whatever setting you're on. So as you roll it off, you just get more.
More.
And then you've got the treble pickup. Both pickups together. On this guitar it just has the one output, so you can't do the stereo thing that Rob was doing. They look beautiful. They
have a bit of a unique sound, don't they?
Yeah, there's a unique, I would say it's almost more of a unique feel so much than a unique kind of sound. They just feel different, don't they? Of course, you Rickenbacker aficionados out there will be screaming, going, what about the 12-string? What about the 12-string? And of course, that's the other sort of, I mean, arguably more famous versions of these. These are both available as a 12-string option. And of course, can you imagine how massive that would sound in stereo as a 12-string
Well, the fretboard
option?
must be at least that wide.
No, it's the same. So it's
But sweeps are awesome on it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's although to be honest with you, a legend has it that almost all of Surfing with the Alien was recorded on a Rickenbacker 12-string.
It's true. Yeah. That's not true.
That's not true.
No.
So what else is there to tell you other than the fact that the guy that started this company was called Adolf Rickenbacker?
I'd like to know how much they cost.
They are. Oh, I've got a good story for you. They start from about £1,400 or £1,500, and then you sort of go up in the range from there. There is a massive production waiting list for popular Rickenbacker guitars.
Oh, really?
Probably 2 years on that model,
What?
something like that.
Why?
Because Rickenbacker's original factory was in California, in Los Angeles, in California, I believe. And because the guitars are made using all the traditional nitrocellulose types of lacquers, and and over the last few years, or 10 years, 20 years, whatever, the state of California has put more and more restrictions on the sort of fumes, if you like, or what do you call the kind of the...
We know all about fumes, don't we, Lee?
Yeah. The more and more restrictions on how much of that sort of waste can be pumped into the air. Waste is the wrong word, isn't it? But, the fumes, if you like, that are generated when you're lacquering guitars and stuff. So Rickenbacker had the choice of either saying, well, we'll move the factory to somewhere else that or we'll massively, or we'll change the way we build the guitars, to sort of be more environmentally friendly, I suppose, or atmospherically friendly, or we'll just stay where we are and not make very many guitars.
And that's what they did.
And they opted to stay where they are and not make very many guitars.
They wanted to keep the quality good.
Yeah, or
good
just
company.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's one of those. Must be nice to have an order book that's always 2 years full, mustn't it?
Well, yeah.
You're never sitting there going, oh, nobody wants to, we've got nothing to make this month. No one wants to buy a guitar.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I've got that story about straight. If you're a massive Rickenbacker fan and I've got that slightly wrong, do please comment in the section below.
I'm sure they will. They always do.
They always do, yes.
You could have a hair wrong somewhere and someone will comment something.
Probably.
That's why I love YouTube so much.
That's why I love YouTube so much too.
Yeah.
What else do you want to do? Is there?
Well, I think we've done everything.
I think
really,
you're right. I think you probably have.
I'm feeling sufficiently Rickenbackered.
There's a. Anyway, I'll put some links on the website to where you can find out more about. So in the description, below, where you can find out more about Rickenbacker guitars on the Andertons website.
And we're off for breakfast now.
We're going to go and have some breakfast.
Yeah,
because we can't possibly do more than 15 minutes work.
But we should just say
that
we really love the fact that you guys watch these videos and take part in the comments and kind of it's like a little community now. It is down there. That's our family.
We'd love to reply to more, but what we tend to have to do is we sort of spend the first couple of days every time a new video goes up, sort of focusing on replying to those, and then after that, it's sort of it becomes a bit difficult to reply to them all because you've got people replying to videos that are 2 years old, and
yes, it becomes a difficult
but we try.
Thing to
we do our best.
Because you know how many videos we've got now, Lee?
Well, you've got like nearly 1,500 videos on your channel or something, haven't you?
Well, I mean, you and I think probably have something like 600. Well, wait a minute. How long have we been doing these videos together now? How many years?
4 years.
4 years, and every month we made something between 6 and 8.
Yeah.
So what's 12 times 4 times 8?
Yeah, less than you think.
I don't know. It's a lot of videos, man.
It's hundreds.
Yeah,
it's hundreds of videos.
Maybe somebody will know and tell us.
Someone will go and
anyway,
watch them all.
We massively appreciate.
Yes, we do. I'd want to sort of, is there anything you got some? Actually, I think we did some nice kind of out of focus, going into focus shots of these guitars that look very arty. I know my other
because the guitar was on the chair while I had my coffee, and Rabia saw this and went, "Oh, look at that! That looks right tasty. That do. Let's get a shot at that one there."
He said, "Oh,
you're."
So yeah, this is really rude swearing that we're definitely bleeping out by me saying this here. Thank you. Say goodbye, Amber.
Bye.
right in your.
And this bit as well.
That's
dirty.
That's what Rabia said, and then he got a nice shot of the guitars on the chair. I'll show you the shots now while he's laughing. We had a really good smooth action to bring in the fade that you can see now.
Such a usable 30 seconds of content.
Yeah. And that's why you watch these videos, I think.
Can I tell you one of my other favourite things about Rickenbacker? You can chop in out. I love the names they give to the colours of their guitars.
Oh, really? What do they call that? Wood.
Maple glow.
What do they call this? Pink in the middle. Solve the riddle.
Fire glow. And then black is called jet glow.
Right.
And there's another one. Maple glow, jet glow.
So just glow.
They all have to glow. What was it? What was the thing used on the hairspray that was used in
Soul Glow?
Soul Glow.
Just let your soul glow.
That's the other
make
colour.
it all so silky smooth. Just let your soul glow.
That's not a colour, but it should be.
Who remembers that film? I saw that film about a month ago. I made my girlfriend watch it because she'd never seen it. I was like, watch this film. It's brilliant. Coming to America. When Eddie Murphy was funny.
Yeah, well, he was at his peak, wasn't he then? Whatever happened to the other guy in that film? Because he was funny
Arsenio
too.
Hall. He's huge, mate.
Is he?
He's got a talk show in America. He's a massive talk show host. He's a funny guy.
Very funny guy, talented guy. There we go.
Great name. Anyway, I'm Rob.
We digress. I'm the captain. I'll see you
See
later.
you there.